Hello. Welcome back to Get Inspection Ready podcast. So, I hope you're well, enjoying the sunshine. And this week's podcast, I want to talk to you briefly just about the new or what's open for consultation at the moment, which is the draft for consultation, is the new early years inspection toolkit. If you've not already got it, it will be in the show notes. Please download it and please go and have your say. Because if you don't have a say, you don't have any right really to moan about it. So in the early years inspection toolkit, what's been happening is they've got literally 8 areas. 8 areas. Instead of the 4 areas, they are working, or what they are suggesting is that they have 8 areas, and these are those 8 areas. So at the moment we have leadership and management, personal development, behaviour and attitudes, and we quality of education. But now what they are proposing is that we have leadership and governance, curriculum, developing teaching, achievement, behaviour, attitudes and establishing routines, children's welfare and well-being, inclusion and safeguarding. Now in this this toolkit, what it's done is it's broken it down. So what they are suggesting is that they don't have an overall grade, so a single grade at the end of it. So each of those sections will have a different and I'm not going to say grade, because what they've done, or what they are suggesting and proposing, is that they color code it. Now, if any of you know anything that we do at Jigsaw, you know that we love a RAG rating because it's very clear, it's very visual, and that's what we're about. We're nursery nurses. That's what we are. Okay. So what they will do is, on each of those sections, they have broken it down into causing for concern, which is bright red. Then you've got attention needed, which is the amber. Then you've got the beautiful grass green, is what I can say, is secure. And then you've got the dark green, what I would say forest green, is strong. And then the very end is a really, actually no, that's not forest green, I'm going into colours here, but that's really forest, it's exemplary. So that's basically where the setting's secure in all our evaluation areas and strong across all of the themes within whichever the sections that they're looking at. And that is they've given the word exemplary. So we've got cause and concern, attention needed, secure, strong, and exemplary. Now, each of those 8 sections, which we've already been talking about, is going to be graded, or it is proposed, I'm going to say it again, proposed, unless you do something about it, proposed that they have those areas of covering what it is using that grading. Okay, so that's what they're going to be doing. That is exactly what they're going to be doing. So let's look briefly at each of those areas then. So what we're looking for, leadership and governance, is they're looking at the oversight and the governance. So what that means is the overall, who is governing, who's looking after, who's got ownership of your setting. So if you're if you are a committee run preschool, it'd be your committee, it'd be the chair of the committee, it'll be those in the committee. If you're a nursery manager, a nursery owner, you will be the governance, the team leader, the leadership team. That's what it is. And what they're looking for in your secure is that you've met all the EYFS requirements. You know, you've got as a leader, you've got the right skills. You're acting in the best interests of the children. You'll be able to motivate and engage and support your team. You have a really clear understanding of your strengths and your areas of weaknesses, and know the actions that you need to take. You're able to refine and review your weaknesses and your improvement plans, and you're able to manage resources sustainably, effectively and efficiently. All of these things that I'm reading are on secure. So they are the middle of the road. They're the ones that you want to get to the green. Obviously, you want a outstanding in our old eyes. It would be the strong and the exemplary, but actually secure is good. Secure is secure, right? So let's not focus on achieving the other colours. Let's just focus on that grass green, is what I'm going to say. Okay. Then you've got also under the leadership and management, you've got the leadership and governance. You've got management of staff wellbeing and staff workload. You've also got under that section engagement with parents and other professionals and settings. Then you go on to curriculum, and under the curriculum level, under this category, you've got leadership of curriculum. So it's all about how you are meeting your intentions and the ambitious curriculum of the EYFS, how you're actually making sure you are giving children the skills and the knowledge for their future learning. Then you've got curriculum content, design and sequencing, which is key. We need to make sure that it is sequenced. Okay, that's what you need to be thinking on and building upon those children, what they already know and what you can do to take them further. Then also under this section, under the curriculum, you've got inclusive curriculum, and you'll see that the inclusivity throughout ingrained in the whole of this framework, the whole of it. Okay, so it's looking about whether it's ambitious and making sure that you include those children with SEN and those who are disadvantaged. Under the developing and teaching, you have got several areas here. You've got leadership of teaching, you've got professional development, you've got effective teaching, which looks at the way that we are teaching children as practitioners and making sure that we give children enough time. And then also, again, because this is ingrained throughout the whole of this framework, you've got inclusive teaching as well. You will see this throughout the whole thing, so please be mindful of that. If you're not doing that now, make sure you do it. We should be doing it. We should be able to support every child. Under achievement then, what those areas, you've got learning and development across the curriculum. You've also got securing strong foundations for children's communication and language. So there's your key, one of the prime areas, which is what we should be focusing on. And again, you've got inclusive achievement, making sure that those children with SEN and children who are disadvantaged are achieving well. Okay, so that is under achievement, under that section. Next, we go into behaviour, attitudes and establishing routines. And under this section, we have got leadership of behaviour. And the next will be developing positive relationships and their impact on children's behaviour and attitudes to learning, including their confidence, resilience and self-esteem. That is beautiful. I love that one. Absolutely love it. How we manage getting children to manage their own feelings, their own behaviours, and how we're helping children to regulate their own emotions. That is key in this area. And also under this area would be attendance as well, as looking and making sure that we work closely to tackle with any problems or any children who do not come to setting on a regular basis, and to actually promote those regular habits that we're doing so they are ready to go to school. And again, under this section is inclusive behaviour. Again, the running theme all the way through. The next one then, so this one is children's welfare and well-being. This is the leadership of children's welfare and well-being, developing and supporting children's welfare and well-being, and also, here we go again, inclusive approaches to children's welfare and well-being. Again, that's ingrained the whole way through this framework that they're proposing. And then it comes into inclusion, has a section all by itself. So as well as it being ingrained and weaved throughout the whole of the other sections, it has its own section too. Okay, it's really important that we recognise that and don't dismiss it. So inclusive practice then, that is across all of those areas, all of those toolkits. It's saying identifying and meeting needs to remove barriers to learning and making sure that children receive the effective support that we are giving them. And the other one is supporting disadvantaged children and those with SEN and those receiving additional funding, making sure that we have a really clear understanding on we are getting that specialist guidance, we are helping the requirements and making sure that the children, and we're recognising the SEN code of practice and making sure that the approaches we have got with disadvantaged children is key and sustained throughout everything that we do through our practice. So that is key in through that area. And again, into this section is the inclusive culture. And I love that word and the fact that you've got an established culture where you welcome children regardless of their background, regardless of their needs. You are welcoming them all. You are inclusive in that, and that's where the inclusive culture comes into play. Really, really, really important. And then the last one of all this is safeguarding. So under the safeguarding heading, we've got culture, again, really, really key, making sure that everyone has a really clear understanding of keeping children safe, including babies. And actually, they're recognising in this, babies are, practitioners recognising the babies may be more vulnerable. That's key as well, because that never used to be in the framework before. Safeguarding and child protection statutory requirements under this one, making sure that you recognise your responsibilities to promote the welfare of children. Your policies and procedures, and making sure that you are confident and you're updating your policies and procedures and making sure that other practitioners and parents have a clear understanding and we're adhering to those policies. That's really, really key. Suitable people and fitness to practice, and the other one is safeguarding concerns or allegations and having a clear understanding about the referral process and the process that we've got. So all of that, all of those things is under the Early Years Inspection Toolkit. If you haven't had your say already, please go to the show notes and find the link and have your say about it. Now, I can say what my views are, totally say what my views are. However, I'm not going to do that on this particular time because I think we should all have a voice and it should be purposeful and individual to our own, okay, unique to our own, and that's what we want to do. So please go and have a look at the Early Years Inspection Toolkit. Go and have a say because the consultation is still on and it is a really hefty document, but if you don't have a say, you don't have a right to moan. Okay, fact basically. So go and have a listen. Remember the link will be Auntie will put them in the show notes for you, and I hope that helps. Please, please, please. They're saying that this is going to be, they want it to be ready. But I know that they are considering training their inspectors between September and October on this new toolkit. So watch this space about what's going to be happening next. I hope that helps. Reach out to me if you want to ask any questions. I'd be more than happy to get you on a podcast or even answer the questions on a podcast to you. And from me to you, thank you so much for listening. And I will speak to you soon. Take good care.